What's up, guys? Bubba here, Rockin' H Homestead. Just wanted to come make a video today of some seed starting. We're in Oklahoma, so our last frost is going to be mid. If you type it into your internet, the last frost is going to be around June, is what it's saying. I don't know if that's true or not. I just know that's what it says. If you type it in Google, your zip code and just last frost date. Our seed starting date for most of our vegetables is going to be March 14th, but you've got to start your onions and potatoes a little bit earlier than that. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm starting my onions, and I'm going to start them in these red cups. And so what I've been doing today is I've got several red cups here. And what I've been doing is going in through these cups and poking little holes in the bottom. Because what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll put them in a pan and I'll water the bottom of the pan. And then what that does is it causes the vegetable and the soil to soak up the water through these holes. If you plant your seeds in it and you water from the top, which I've always done that till this year, and I've been watching some videos and doing some studying, but what I've learned is that if you water from the top, it'll promote your seeds, the roots of your seeds, to grow up. And so what you want them to do is grow down and make a nice little root ball. That way when you transplant them, then they stand more of a chance of survival. So what we do is poke the holes in the bottom, water the pan, and let it soak up. The seeds, the roots will chase the water, so they'll grow down instead of coming up. So that's what I've been doing this morning, is just poking some holes in some cups. I don't know how many cups I have here. We don't eat a lot of onions. The only reason we're planting onions is to make salsa and spaghetti sauce and stuff like that. So we don't, like I said, we don't eat a lot of onions. I've got some other seed cells, starting cells, but we'll probably put our bigger vegetables in these and stuff like that. So these all come with self-watering trays. I've got some Miracle-Gro potting mix down here, and I've got some of this natural and organic Jiffy seed starting mix. So I've always used Burpee seeds, and this time I've been talking to people, and they say, oh, we'd love to get into gardening, but it costs a lot of money to get started. And I just want to say that if you have dirt, if you have a place to start a garden, till it up, tear the grass up, whatever, but you could start right there in your garden. I mean, in your yard. It don't take much, seeds, water, sun, and dirt. And but I wanted to start these. We've always used Burpee seeds. So I wanted to use these at Walmart. If you go in the gardening section, they've got seeds for 50 cents. Now I don't know if they're any good. I'm not sponsored by Walmart. I'm not pushing Walmart. I'm just trying to push a way to get started in this. A lot cheaper than what you see most people start. So these seeds are 50 cents a pack. I mean, for $10 you could have about every vegetable you want. So I don't know if they're any good. We're going to start them today and see. It says it takes some 12 to 14 days of germination. You got to sow at least 12 inches. You got to have a 3/4 inch seed spacing and an 18-inch row spacing, and it takes 170 days to harvest. So that's why we're starting these early, to try to get to a point where they finish up about the same time the rest of our vegetables do. So I got my seed starting mix, and it says you're supposed to pre-moisten, and I understand that completely. I don't know that I'm going to pre-moisten, just because I don't know that I brought any water with me, but over here. But anyways, I'm gonna get started on these. I'll show you the process of poking holes and all that stuff, and then we'll go from there. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me turn my camera down a little bit. So will that focus? Yeah, that'll focus. So you can see more now that I've got the camera pointed down, that I've got holes in the bottom of these. And what I'm doing is just taking my old pocket knife, And I'm just poking 4 holes in the bottom of them. And shout out to Toby Keith for making solo cups so popular. I guess cheap. I mean, I got these at Big Lots, so they were cheap. And I don't even think they're real solo cups, to be honest with you. I don't know what they are, but shout out to Toby Keith for making them so popular. I mean, they're good. They're excellent to start seeds, especially if you've got a seed that is going to turn into a big plant. And you know, with onions, you want a bigger root, because it's essentially what the onion itself is just a bulb. So it's going to turn into a big root. So bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I can find something to get my seed mix moistened. There we go. I got a tub here. So what we'll do is we're going to open up the seed mix. This is 12 quarts, professional greenhouse quality. I don't know much about any of that. Ain't nothing I do professional. So what we're going to do is just pour our seed starting mix in this tote. And I hope that I got enough here in this one tote to get my seeds started in these cups. So I got a little bit of water here. Just pour this water in. The reason why you want to pre-moisten is because when you fill your cups up, and that seed start mix is so dense that when you fill your cups up with it, and then you water after you plant your seeds, then it compresses. So is what I've been told. I don't know. I don't know the science behind that. I just know that you want it to where it clumps up like that. So is what they tell me. So I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a scientist. I don't know all the specifics in it. I just know that's what they say to do. So that's what we're going to do. Maybe, just maybe, we'll plant a garden that's worth a crud this year. So I'm going to call that good. So what we want to do is just take our cups and just put a little bit of pot mix in them. Nothing fancy. And I'm not patting it down there real good, but because I want the roots to be able to get through there. So just going to put it in there about half an inch or so from the top. I don't know if you could see that good enough or not, but so what we'll do is we'll fill these cups up, and then we will go back and put our seeds in. And we'll put our seeds in, we'll sow them in this stuff about a ½ inch from the top of your soil. So I'll have to find something to put them in. And like I said, I've never used this Jiffy stuff. The only Jiffy I've ever used is peanut butter. I don't know if that's the same company. I doubt it, but it's fun to think so, I guess. Been watching a lot of M.I. Gardner. I don't know if anybody watches him or not, but he's like the guru of gardening, and he's got a lot of good, useful information if you are looking for somebody to kind of get some tips and hints from. He's pretty good. He's but he's big into it. He's got his whole basement is a grow room, and he's got the grow lights and fancy stuff like that. I don't have that. I'm poor, so we use the sunlight and just the Oklahoma way, I guess. People back in the old days didn't have grow lights. I don't think grow lights really, honestly, got popular until people started producing medical marijuana. Then they realized that grow lights were the big deal for growing plants. I don't know. That's above my pay grade too. But anyways, that's chasing rabbits, and I'm sorry. But the old days, they didn't have grow lights, and they didn't have cups, and they didn't have stuff like that. If they wanted to start seeds, then they waited till last frost, and they went out in their gardens and they started their seeds. So anyways, enough of that nonsense and talk. So let's see if I got something in here. Tide Pods, if you want Tide Pods. I got Tide Pods in there. We'll use the end of a butter knife. So, all right. So thump your seeds down because you don't want to lose any seeds. And these are Cibola, Texas Grano 502. The American Seed Company. I don't know anything about them. Like I said, these are 50 cents a pack at Walmart. So then you'll notice, I don't know if you can see those seeds, but they are tiny. So what we'll do is we'll take our first cup, and I'd say half an inch, and we'll go right in the middle. And we'll take a seed. We get just one. We'll drop it in there. And we'll just push the dirt back over it. Kind of pat it down some. That's planted. They're really weird. Onion seeds are really weird. They're not your typical. So we're going to put 2 in that because that's just what I had in my hand. And I think that you could probably do these like anything else. Plant a couple, 2 or 3, and then just thin them back. Just thin them back some. I mean, I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens with the seeds if you don't thin them back, but maybe a mutated onion. I don't know. But these are the things that we wanted to start doing on our homestead, is growing our own food, and stuff like that. So this is our first step into it. We're in year 2 on our homestead that we've had this property. I'll take you out here a little bit and show you kind of what progress we've made on it. It's going to seem like we ain't made any, but we've actually made some. We got our house. We bought a metal building to build a house out of, and it's we've got the dirt work done for it. They should be here Tuesday. This is Saturday. We'll be here Tuesday to put the metal building up, and then we just got to go in and pour concrete. We chose to do all that later because, well, concrete's high. I don't know if any of y'all bought concrete lately, but it's high dollar. just for a 30-foot by 15-foot part in our house, I figured up the other day it was going to be about $1,200. So it's one of those deals. We'll do that a little bit at a time, and then once we get, I've got to find a well driller. I've been looking. There was a guy that come by one day, said he could drill our well fairly cheap, so I've been looking for that guy again. To try to find him, get him to come out, because we're ready to do that. We want to drill our well pretty quick. And then once we get the well in and the building set, then we'll be ready to call an electric company and have them come out and do our electric. So I've still got quite a bit of seeds. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cups. So I'm going to go ahead and do 12. So I'm going to poke me some more holes in the cups. Here in a little bit, when Brooke gets up and around, we're going to plant a plum tree and a pear tree. No, apple and I'm all mixed up. A peach tree and a plum tree. So, but anyways, we'll go ahead and do some more. We'll do some more cups of them. You never can have too many onions, I don't guess. I could always give them away. If I get them to grow. I don't know about these seeds, so these are just, I just wanted to plant these to prove to people that you can grow a garden cheap. You can feed your family cheap. You don't have to buy the big store products. You don't have to spend an arm and leg that, I mean, I know onions are not going to feed the family by onions alone. I mean, but you can grow vegetables cheap is what I'm getting at. You don't have to have all the big fancy fangled stuff, greenhouses, the grow lights and nonsense. So as long as you got a place that's sunny and all that nonsense. So I'm going to let me get some more dirt in these cups right quick. But yeah, once Brooke gets out and about, and she's doing stuff in the house right now, but once she gets out and about, then we'll plant, I got to get her say on where to plant the trees. And so we're going to plant the trees today and maybe start some herbs. We got some herbs to start, so we'll probably start those today too. Just because the boy Casson's got a bunch of watermelons and cantaloupes and stuff like that he's gonna plant, so we'll have to find us a place for that. I had a friend come over the other day with his tractor and he tilled me a garden up. He's got to come back. When he come over to till it up, it started raining that night, so he wasn't able to finish. So he's going to come back and finish that. And then once he gets that finished, I'm going to put my potatoes in. Now, my potatoes are going to be late, I know, but I'm not any schedule out here, so it's not. I'm not on any schedule, so if my potatoes don't come up at the same time as everybody else's, I'm okay with that. I don't care. So there is 6 more cups. So I run out of soil, so I've got another big bag back here, but I'm going to try to save it for something else. It's a little windy today. That's why I'm doing this inside. Then in here a little bit, I'll move it all outside. Let it start getting that sunlight. Like I said, I got potatoes to do, and I was going to do them this year, and I mean this week, but with all the rain and stuff, I can't even get into my garden right now till I get a little bit more work done on it. Once it gets it tilled, then I gotta come in and mound up my potato stuff, and so just got my favorite time of year, spring. I love doing gardens. We did a garden several years ago when we still lived in town, and it started off excuse me, it started off going to be a small project, just, you know, cucumber plant and a squash plant and a pepper plant and just the stuff that everybody likes. And then before you knew it, so there's what's left. I planted for 16 cups, and I've still got, and I put 2 or 3 in each one, so I've still got quite a bit of onions. It's just the way it goes. I don't want that many onions. I just don't want 1,000 onions grown, because I don't have nothing to do with those. So there's my onions. Let me see here. You'll stand by 1 second. Fill my little spritzer up with water. My sister gave this to me, and so now I'll just go in here and just give all these a good spritzing on top. I don't want them muddy. I just want them to good watering. And in about 14 days, and I'll come out here and fill my soil every day, and if it needs a good water, and then I'll give it a top watering, but not much of one. I'm gonna let the watering tray on bottom do its job. But I'll come out here every so often to check them. I don't want them to be waterlogged, but at the same time, I don't want them not to have enough water. So like I said, here in a little bit, we're gonna plant some trees, and then the wife may want to start her herbs, because we could start those and put them inside and set them out every day, get the sunlight, and set them out every day to get their sunlight, and they can start growing. And some of those herbs you can start using as soon as they sprout. I mean, but there you go. There's our onions. There's 16 onions started, and I have to do some more research. I haven't done a lot of research on onions because I'm not a big onion fan, But I have to do some research. Once those sprout, you know, if you got 3 or 4 seeds in one, you have 3 or 4 sprouts, you may be able to pull them apart and separate them into different areas. So I guess we'll just see. But there it goes, guys. That's my onions. Got them started. I just wanted to do a quick little video on that because that's just kind of what our homestead's about. Just doing homesteading life. So if you like this video, just subscribe and share it with your friends. And we'll come back here in a little bit if we plant the trees and do a video on the trees. So y'all have a good day and have a great weekend.